Hello fam, welcome to my YouTube channel, and in today's video I'll be showing you how to create this gather stitch on this gown. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel as this will enable me to create more videos on YouTube. So let's dive into the video. For you to start making your gather stitch, you need to use this knob to control your sewing machine. If you are using your manual sewing machine, then you take a piece of fabric to try it on to see if the stitch is okay by you before you can use your normal material, the material you want to use to create the gather stitch. So you input it and try to sew on it. So when you sew on it, you try to draw it to see if you are okay with it. Then before you put your fabric, that is very important, because when you do it on your fabric and you cannot draw the gather, so you have to start again, you have to lose the stitch and start again. That is why this part is very important. So you take your fabric, after trying it on, you take your fabric and start creating your gather. You start sewing on it. So when you sew, make sure you should not sew backward, because when you sew backward you cannot draw the stitch again. You draw your fabric, you are going to draw your fabric so that you have enough thread on the fabric like you see me doing. So you are going to pick one of the thread for be able to create your gather. So when you pick one of the thread, you keep drawing it in, then you push the gather upward. You try to use your hand to push it to the center, because as you are pushing it keep gathering at the end. So you use your hand to push it so that you can create your gather like you see me doing. Please do not use strength to draw the gather, because when you do, the thread is going to cut and you have to start all over again, or you have to sew that part, but it's going to scatter your work. So you have to be very careful when you are drawing the gather to the center, because if you are not, you just have to start the work again. After creating my gather, I will take it to my fabric so that I can use it to check on it if it's enough, or if I still have to draw the gather again. So I'll carry it and fit it. I will drop the upper part of my bodice and use the gather that I created to check if it's enough or if I have to draw it again. So when checking, I see that it's enough. It's enough, so I don't have to draw the gather again. After checking to see that is enough, so I'll pick my fabric and look for the center, because I use scissors to mark the center. So I will just have to use my pin to hold it down so that it doesn't have to lose or anything like that, and it will be very simple for you to sew on your fabric. So you have to use the pins to hold it down all around before you take it to your sewing machine to sew. While holding it with your pins, if you notice that the gather stitch is shorter, you can still draw it back. You can use your rope to draw it out. You can draw it out a bit so that it will fit into your fabric. And if you see that is shorter, sorry, is longer, you can still draw it in while pushing it, while placing it on your upper bodies, so that you have the exact what you want on the upper bodies. Please like and subscribe to my channel, as that will enable me to create more videos for you. So after making that, after adding your pins, you have to check if there's any place that you still need to correct, then you correct it. After correcting it, you place more pins. When I'm done adding my pins, I will go ahead and open it to check. This is the back body, this is the back side, this is the front side. You see it's already given. So we'll now take it to the sewing machine to sew it down. I'll be sewing from the center. I'm not sewing from the side. I want to sew it from the center so that I'll have a perfect stitch there. So you see the way I'm sewing. Don't sew directly on the thread. You should sew like below your thread, a bit below the gather stitch, so that you not have to see the gather outside, the thread of the gather outside. So when you are done with that other side, you turn it over to start sewing from the center. Please, while sewing, make sure to take out your pins that you use in holding them down, so that you will not go and break your needle. Very important. So after sewing it, I will go ahead to check it if I'm fine with it. So this is how it look like after sewing. So I'll go ahead to finish the dress Now here is the final look. Look at how giving it is. Gather stitch is giving. Thank you for watching, and like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you.